win it 128-124. And despite the loss, it sounds like Philadelphia is confident in what they saw from their team in Game 1.
Yeah, I thought offensively looked fine, honestly. They were mixing up the coverages. I thought he did overall a great job of trying to read what they were doing. I think as a group, we would take a couple of the shots back that we took. But again, we shot 55%. So, I'm still going to complain, but we were pretty good there. We lost this game by allowing a team to score 128 points.
Playing on a tour meniscus is not easy. All I got to do is keep managing it, do my best, get as much treatment as I can, try to manage it to make sure that it doesn't swell up too much. Obviously, the pain is going to be there. That's normal, but it's all about, managing it and, doing whatever it takes to win. Because, my goal is to win the championship. And, I'm going to put my body on the line to make sure that happens. I'm going to give everything I got.
Late in the game, I take a lot of responsibility for the turnovers and for kind of managing the game. I can do it a little bit better. And the best thing that happened today is we won. We have a lot of things you can get better at, so I'm not mad about that.
So Trae Young, the sixth most points in NBA history in their first 6 playoff games. You got to look at the Knicks, who had the 4th best defensive rating during the regular season, and the 76ers, 2nd best defensive rating during the regular season. Doesn't matter to Trae Young averaging 30 here in the playoffs. The pick and roll has just been absolutely incredible for him.
Yeah, and I think that's what happens when you get to the playoffs. It gets simplified, and if you have the right personnel to take advantage of that simplification, you can excel. And so you're looking at Trae. Here's some pick and roll. And once you see this is when you know Philadelphia's in trouble. There's 5 guys with their eyes on the basketball, and one of the most elite passers in the league. He's going to have the options to find whoever's on that 3-point line. Discipline in pick and roll. Danny Green's got to send that to the screen and keep that so the weak side defense can establish the defense. Instead, Trae gets into the paint. There's 4 guys that are locked in, but he's going to be able to make that shot because he's collapsing the defense. And I thought, Atlanta shot the ball well from 3. The reason being was Trae and everyone else's ability to use the pick and roll and get in the paint. And all of these clips you're seeing, he's collapsing the defense. And when you do that, you're able to score, you're able to get in the paint, you're able to get those lobs to John and Clint Capella. But more importantly, you start finding 3-point shooters because the defense is in a compromised position.
You said defense a few times. I like that. Nate McMillan, a defensive mind. Isiah, you noticed something that goes back to Nate's playing days.
Yeah, when Nate played under Bob Kloppenberg, a defensive guru, genius in our league, who implemented a lot of these, defensive sets that we have, particularly trapping in the post. I think Nate went back and he found some of the old things that he was doing, in Seattle, where you see they come baseline, they trap, they force Embiid to take tough shots. And they kept giving Embiid different looks early. They're trapping from the baseline, and as you see, the more you trap a player, whether it be a post player or a guard, they start moving out to the perimeter to make sure that they get their shot, to get their look. But you're still able to bring defensive pressure. Now, we see Embiid fade out. He still had a good night scoring the basketball, but Embiid is similar to what the modern day Olajuwon, and this is what Nate McMillan was used to in Seattle. You see they trap Olajuwon in the post. Their defensive rotations are good. Embiid, a good shooter, just like Olajuwon was, now starts to drift out to the perimeter. But the defensive positions are sound, still double team on the basketball, keeping that offensive player off balance with 2 defenders. Now, you're making him work, but you're also making him think. So Embiid never got the same look every time down. Again, he's the modern day Olajuwon in this league right now with the rules and the way we play. And so I thought Nate McMillan did a good job in terms of going back to what he had practiced, what he knew, and then was able to implement it to his team with the Hawks today in the first quarter. And then they were able to get 42 points on the offensive side of the ball.